Hello, hello.
Hey, Amir, how are you?
Doing good. How you doing?
Good, good, good. Is this too high or is it good or wait, wait,
Yeah,
wait. Yeah,
looks
okay,
good.
good.
Okay. Okay, so this is the first episode. It's going to be pretty bad, so let's just roll with it.
No, Amir,
Okay.
it's an honor to be here in the first episode of your show. We're
Thank you.
gonna we're
Thank
gonna
you.
tell this story in the years to come.
For sure. Okay, so we have a few viewers. So for those of you who don't know Arvin is a life and mindset coach. He's a founder of and president of Positive Challenge Institute. He helps entrepreneurs grow their business by controlling their thoughts and overcoming their fears and limiting beliefs. Did I miss out anything?
Oh, thanks, man. I didn't know you have an intro. Where did you get the intro?
I got it from your clubhouse.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
You did your research then.
Oh yeah. Like I need to do research on you. Okay.
Okay.
Would you like to tell our audience a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, so hello everyone to people who are live with us. My name is Arvin, as Amir said. Thanks for the intro. I help entrepreneurs build and grow their business by overcoming their limiting beliefs, their fears, all those mental blocks. And I'm also the founder of an institute, Positive Challenge Institute here in Toronto, Canada. And we help people live the best life that they want. Yeah.
So good. Okay, so let's talk about your fitness. What are you doing these days to stay active?
Okay, very interesting topic that we're gonna talk about today. What am I doing to stay active? Amir, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I honestly had like many challenges when COVID started because honestly, I used to use gyms and just working out as a way of, staying fit and also kind of keeping in touch with my mental health, you know. Um, yeah, and then it just everything closed down, and then I had some troubles in the beginning. Right now, I got one of these resistant bands, so that's what I use. I work out at home. I try to go out like for runs, but honestly, I'm not a fan of it. Like even when I used to go to the gym, I would just run on a treadmill, and that would be it, right? Or just cycling. So I'm not a fan of just running outside, and I'm not doing it these days. So I do ropes for cardio. I do ropes, and you know what? I'm actually trying to learn new tricks with the rope as
Nice.
well. So yeah, did you know like there's a YouTube video?
Oh
There's
yeah,
like a YouTube channel only about
jump
ropes. So
rope
how
dudes.
to do, you knew that?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pretty popular and they're really good.
Mm,
Actually, some
I
of my
know.
clients use it for their cardio. So instead of doing running or cycling, they follow those YouTube videos and they love it.
Mm. Honestly, it's amazing. My goal is to learn how to do like double rope, so you jump once and you do two cycles. And that's the goal. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm working on it. Yeah, so I
For
do
this
that
one,
for
you
the
need to get a
cardio.
speed rope. Do you have a speed rope or you do use a jump rope?
No. Yeah, it's just a jump rope, just a
So
regular.
it's hard to do those kind of tricks with that.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. That's why it's hard, man. But I'm a man of challenge, so I'm challenging myself.
A positive change.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, nice. So,
Mm.
what were some of the challenges that you faced at the beginning?
Like in what terms exactly? Like
Like
exercising at home?
exercising at home and also like I guess I'm assuming you started with running, right? And how did that
Yeah.
feel? Why did you decide to move to ropes?
Yeah, so well, I started with running, but that was also in summer, right? So when COVID started, that was in August, I think, July, August, June even. Yeah. That everything closed down, even gyms closed down by
Yeah.
summer. And then that was the time that I used to go outside and run. Then weather got colder, so I stayed home. But I would say like the main challenge, even with exercising at home, was the motivation part, you know? Because if you are going out to a gym, the driving, the commuting to the gym, and then putting the time there, you know, you actually schedule it for yourself. So, you know, these days I'm actually going to the gym. And there's a high chance that you do it. But if you're just, you know, exercising at home, for me, it was just some days I would be so tired because I would work so hard, and then I would be tired from work, and I would just skip gym or skip working out at home. And then I did something else. I said, okay, let's do it in the morning. So right from when I wake up, let me just start my exercises at home. I also did that for several days, but again, that didn't work because mornings are my most productive time, right? So when I wake up, I do my affirmations of the day. I want to get into work, you know, work on my company, work on my business. So I thought the morning exercise also wasn't a good fit. So what I did was that I found the sweet spot to be right before lunch. So at like 1, 12, 1, 2 sometimes even, right before I want to get lunch, I do my exercise, I do the ropes, and then I take a shower, and then I eat my lunch. So that's the sweet spot.
Nice. Was it the same spot that you used to do before COVID?
Before COVID, no, before COVID, I would actually go in the mornings or in the afternoons, actually. Yeah. Yeah, but because now I'm actually working out at home, so there's not that commute time. So I just do it right before lunch. So just 1 hour before lunch, I put it for exercise. 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then I exercise. I also like sometimes watch something also related to my work, or just some affirmations, motivation videos, you know. I do my ropes, I do my resistance training with the bands, and yeah.
What do you watch for motivation?
Yeah, I can't tell you here, man.
Oh, okay. Nice. Do you listen to podcasts or music if
I
you
usually watch, yeah, I watch like Tony Robbins, Brendan Burchard, so things that are related to my work. Like, let's say if I'm working on a program and I want to consume some content on the topic that I'm working on, I usually watch them and do my exercises. But honestly, what I've also realized at the same time, I realized that um, the time that I'm working out is best to do nothing, actually, you know, because that could also be on its own a rest period for my mind, you know. So I focus actually on my body.
nice.
I work out naked, as you know, shirtless, at house. So this is also something new, and just seeing myself in the mirror, you know, my body, I can like exactly focus on different muscles, just seeing how I'm growing, seeing the progress. That's actually very good. Like it gives me a lot of energy on its own. So I started with watching things, you know, just like watching videos or watching YouTube or listening to a podcast while I'm exercising. And I used to love that. I loved that when I was at the gym. Like that was something that I would do every day. But now at home, I realize that it's not as good. So at home, I just prefer to just work out because it's not also that long, right? When you go to the
Yeah.
gym, it usually takes longer because you just take some time also just walking around the gym, you know,
Yeah.
you're just walking with your phone.
Meeting new
But when it's at
people,
home, yeah,
friends,
exactly.
family. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's fun, right? It's fun to do that
Yeah.
at gym. But when you're at home, you just want to get exercise. Like that's just very focused exercise. Just 1 hour, hardly just exercising, and that is it.
Yeah, that's one of
Yeah.
the main reasons I think like it's really hard to exercise at home. Like, after it's COVID, I struggle with
Mhm.
exercising at home too, and it's just I don't enjoy exercising at home. And right now, like you don't like running, but I go out running, cycling. Even though like today it was like -7, and the field was like -14, and I was freezing to death, but I did it because I don't want to do it at home. Uh, but yeah, it's
So let
just
me
a
ask you
challenge
this,
on its own.
what keeps you motivated? If I want to ask you the same question.
Well, these days is mostly my job.
Mm.
You know, I just need to do make sure I'm fit enough to do the things I need to do for the workout videos and also my clients because I'm shooting the workouts and everything. So that's one of the main motivations these days. But the other motivation is mostly mental health. With the whole COVID, I used to work in the gym, right? Now I'm working at home, like literally in this situation,
Yeah.
working behind a computer all day. And it's just taking a huge toll on my brain and mental health. And I feel like I just need to do something else. You know,
Yeah.
that just breaks the habit of and the cycle of just being behind a computer all the
I feel
time.
you.
So how did you get into fitness?
How I got into fitness?
Yeah, what made you uh, get into fitness?
Well, it's
Or
just
what
my values,
motivated
right?
you?
Yeah, it's just I think my own personality and values are I really care about my health, what I put into my body, because I realize that also affects on how I think, how I behave, how I perceive myself, right? So whenever I'm exercising, I feel good about myself. It affects my confidence and self-esteem. I feel better about myself. I do better in my business. I do better in my relationships. Everything kind of gets better on their own when I'm taking care of my health and my fitness level. So that's it. And also I started, like I studied kinesiology as well, right? Also like learning about all these concepts, how human body works. Um, yeah, it's just an area of passion. I'm just very passionate about it. And sometimes I just also just do it for the, mental kind of advantages of it. It just makes me feel good. Even sometimes if I don't stick to the same exact workout that I have planned for that day, I still just do at least some cardio just to get the blood moving in my body, and get my heart rate up. So that I still get the benefit, at least benefits of the mental benefits of the exercise.
Was there any point that you were like, I really need to start working out, really need to get active again?
Sorry, say that again. You got disconnected for a moment.
Oh, sorry. Was there any point in your life that you were like, I really need to get active or I really need to start working out?
A point? Yeah, there was a couple of months ago. So, like when COVID happened, here's the thing, like I was kind of waiting for it to end to go back to the gym, but it just kept continuing, right? So, I think it was like 3 months that I wasn't working out. I gained, so here's my story for those who are listening. I actually lost 40 pounds. I think I lost 40 pounds 4 years ago, 5 years ago, or no, actually more, 6 years ago, around 6 years ago. And during COVID, I gained around 10 pounds or even more. So yeah, it was around like 3 months that I wasn't active at all. I was just waiting for the COVID to end so that I go to the gym. And it was just like, it was a couple of months after everything. It was just like, honestly, it was recently that I got the resistance bands. Because I was like, I can't do this anymore, right? Even in October, I think, October, November, I think the gyms again opened, right? I was happy. I was going to the gym. Like I got back into the schedule again, but again, they closed it down. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. That was the time that I realized I have to take this all into my hand because it is getting so unpredictable. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was the time. And does that answer
Yeah.
the question?
Yeah. Well, I was hoping to get a point that you were, okay, I really need to change. And like, it was a big shift rather than uh, just COVID. But that is
Oh,
also
if
another
you
point.
okay, yeah. If you're looking for that big shift, that goes to when I lost my 40 pounds. So that was when I was 18 years old. Uh, I think 18, 19. Yeah, 18 years old. I actually read a book. I read a book. I don't know if I have the book still. Yeah, the book should be somewhere. Let's see if I can find it.
What is it called?
Oh yeah, here. Can I show the book? Or this is not advertisement. We're not sponsoring the book.
Yeah,
This is
we're
the
not
book.
there yet.
The abs
The
diet.
new. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the new abs diet. Man, like I read this book. This book talks about the philosophy behind why we need to exercise, like just the benefits of it. And I read this book when I was like 17, 18 years old. And that shifted my whole perspective on health. That was the time. That was even before I started university, studying kinesiology, learning about all the human body. This was just a philosophy of why I need to exercise. Like if you read the book is not even telling you exactly what exercises to do, like what to do, how to do it. It's just telling you why you need to do it. And me just reading the book, this is a very interesting book. Like I really recommend it to anyone who's watching this live. If you're
I need to read
interested,
this.
yeah, you definitely need to read it. And I think this is for men actually. Like it's written for men. Yeah, it's by Men's Health.
Yeah, it has men
You
and
know the
women. I'm
magazine of men?
Googling it.
Yeah.
There's
The author
interesting.
is part of the magazine. Yeah. So I read that and it shifted my whole perspective. So it was at that point that I got very serious into it. So I think when I finished my grade 12 the summer before I get into university, there was like 3 months I had nothing to do, right? I was just working a bit part-time and I was exercising every single day. Every single day I
Wow,
was exercising. It was very scheduled. Yeah, and it was in that year that I actually lost 40 pounds.
nice. What did the
That was
book
my
say that
breakthrough.
motivated you to do like that?
Man, honestly, I don't even know. Like it's just about the whole book, like the whole philosophy. Like I remember one sentence of it saying that you need a strong core because when you turn 50, that determines whether you can play games with your kids or not. And me
Wow,
just
that's
reading that
powerful.
sentence, yeah, I was like, I never thought about exercise in that way. Like I want to be fit enough to be able to play soccer with my son, or hopefully we'll have a son, or with my daughter, right? I want to play football with them. So just reading that sentence shifted my whole perspective because up until that point, I was just thinking about exercise in terms of just looking good from the outside. It wasn't about how we feel, you know.
Yeah.
But that book shifted my whole perspective to health.
Is this the book the reason you studied kinesiology as well?
Um, yeah, kind of. You can say that. Yeah, yeah, and also in
Yeah.
general, I'm very passionate about anatomy, physiology, just human body, also, right? And also the psychology behind it. So that was a good fit.
Okay. So as an 18-year-old, what were some of the challenges that you faced then when you were just starting?
When I was starting to exercise, hmm, I don't know. It was just mainly just figuring out what to do, like the specific movements, right? Because back then I didn't even know any type of, I didn't even know the muscles, right? So I was just Googling everything, Googling, watching YouTube videos on them, just figuring it out by that. Yeah, I think that was about it. But other than that, like the motivation part after reading the book was very high. Like I was determined to lose the weight now, nothing was
Yes.
stopping me at that point. So it was very interesting.
Okay. And what are some
Yeah.
of the challenges that you're facing now? Like beside
Right
COVID
now.
and doing it at home?
In the what terms? Like ask a specific question. I
In
don't
terms
know.
of exercise, like I know you have the background and studied
Hmm.
kinesiology, but I want to know as a kinesiologist, what are some of the exercise-wise or fitness-wise challenges, not mindset, and also pandemic aside, that you're facing today?
Hmm. Like you mean like the exercise movements, like what to do, those
Like
kind of
what to
things?
do, what to eat, diet, like because for me, for example, one of the
Hmm.
challenges that I have, like it's just tracking my food like every day. It's hard. I don't like it. Because of that, I for me, what worked is putting like one day, prepping all the meals for the whole week, and just storing it in the fridge, and just every day eating some. So that is basically my biggest challenge right now. And I want to know what is yours.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, so for me, for example, one of the challenges, well, this could be very specific, but for example, sometimes late at night, so because I work really hard on my business, so when I want to like unwind at the end of the day, usually I like eat snacks, which are not healthy at all, right? So like I just eat chips, for example, late nights. I think that's also is kind of a bad habit that I have. So maybe that's one of the challenges. And I don't know what to replace. Like if I don't do that, you know, sometimes it just feels good. And
Yeah.
that's kind of a scary too, because if I'm enjoying it too much, that means that how am I gonna stop this now, right? So I don't have any replacement for that. What makes me feel good? Like what helps me to unwind a bit at the end of the day, right? When it comes to nutrition and just diet, though that's I think the main thing for me. And also sometimes just not knowing what to eat. You know, like I don't have as much variety in my diet. So sometimes it just gets boring, you know. So for example, we know chicken is good, for example, right? High in protein, is healthy, doesn't have as much fats that are unhealthy. So it's a good food. But and fish is good, for example, right? Shrimp is good. Those are good, and we eat those. But I don't know, like I don't have different dishes, you know, like how to, for example, make chicken or cook chicken. I have only one way, and that is Arvin's way, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I could do more research on how to cook chicken, for example, different ways or different things to add to them so that it gets like some variety, just to bring some variety to my diet. I think that's also important.
Yeah, I have the same challenge too. I always experiment with new ways of cooking chicken and beef, and
Mm.
most of them don't turn that good. I always go with
Yeah,
high expectation, and it's pretty much the same thing. So it
yeah,
goes to the next week.
yeah.
But yeah, I mostly like you put the variety part for my cheat days. So I'll try to eat the same thing pretty much every day of the week, and one cheat day I'll go eat something else. Gonna make it a little bit different. Yeah. So
It's about the time as well, right? Because the
yeah,
compensation of time also, like I don't know, I don't want to also put so much time in cooking. That's usually the
for
last
cooking.
thing that I think about, right? Yeah. So I usually don't think about food. I'm just working behind my computer, on meetings, everything until like I'm really hungry. Like by the time that I'm dying, at that point I'm like, then I go, okay, what should I eat now? I started doing some like cooking in advance, so cooking my food for the next 3, 4, 5 days. I usually would do that, but sometimes I'll just forget about it, and then I don't also want to put too much time cooking my food. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
also my
that's the best thing I found. Like it makes everything easier.
mm.
So that book motivated you when you were younger. What motivates you to exercise and stay fit these days? Is it still the fear of not being able to play with your kid at 50?
Yeah, for me right now, no, honestly, at this point, for me, it's more like the mental benefits. So staying sane, you know, keeping my energy high, that's very important for me. And also because I'm a coach, I'm a life coach, I want to be at my highest performance when I'm with my clients, when I'm, for example, running workshops, working on my company, growing the business, like being in a good mental state, as Tony Robbins says it, very important. It's very important for my work, for my relationships, and everything about my life. So exercising is one way for me to balance that, you know, to take care of my state where my body is at. So that's my main reason now, my main why of why I exercise.
Okay, now I have a uh, let me ask you a different question unrelated to you. Since you are a life coach, uh, what would you say people should do when they bring like different things as an excuse for not doing or not exercising?
Like what? Like what excuses usually
Like
people
I'm
bring?
busy, don't have time, or this kind of stuff. How can we
Yeah, I
overcome
feel
that?
like those people, yeah, sorry to interrupt you. I feel like those people don't know the benefits, probably, right? So just maybe they should learn more about how it can change their life. Because sometimes we don't know how we can shift our own mindset, our own perspective to life, right? And how we can change other areas of our life. So some people say we don't have time to exercise. Okay, sure, you don't exercise now. So don't put 1 hour per week or 1 hour or 3 hours per week max, right? It's not more than that, right? Just to stay fit and healthy.
Yeah,
3 hours.
it's not
We
more.
agree. You're a trainer, right? 3 hour max. They don't have it. They say we are busy. We don't have 3 hours per week max. Okay, sure. So you're saving 3 hours per week right now. So you're ready to like then waste, let's say 1 year, 2 years of your life later down in the road in the hospitals then? Is that what you're telling us, right? Because if you're not healthy,
I
if you're
think it's
not
gonna be
fit,
more than 1 or 2 years, but
yeah,
if you
exactly,
get a
right?
disease at like 40, you get a diabetes at 35, that's gonna be for the rest of your life. The quality of life is just gonna decrease like right away.
Exactly. So you don't have the 3 hours now, but you have all those times later on. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, so it's all about like priorities and just people not knowing how much it can affect their life, basically. Yeah, also I didn't know it until I read the book. So yeah.
Yeah, I should really read that book. Okay. So, what is your morning routine that gets you going?
Like in general, my morning
In general,
routine.
if you have anything that motivates you to do the exercise for that day, make sure that you do it at the time that you need to do, or any other things that you do to just keep you motivated for work, exercise, everything.
Oh, okay, okay. Before jumping into that, Hadi is saying that maybe they know about it, but they don't believe it. That's a very interesting point. Interesting point. Just me that I joined. Interesting. So for me, my morning routine for the day, what is it? So every day that I wake up, I have a list of affirmations that I do. So the things that I want to achieve, I do my affirmations right in the morning. There are like a couple of sentences, it's like I think around 70 to 100 sentences that I've written before. So I just read them out loud to myself. I also go over my goal, and then everything has a ritual, right? So I wake up, I brew the coffee. That scent of coffee is in our house, right? Um, and yeah, that would be my morning routine. And in terms of exercise, I actually have all my exercise sessions in my calendar. So I use my Google Calendar for my business, and I actually have those exercise times booked out in my calendar as well. Because I figured out if I don't have it there, it's not gonna happen. Honestly,
Yeah,
like that's what I figured out and what I realized. If I just wanna leave it
that's
to
great.
randomness, yeah, it's not gonna happen. So because it's my in my calendar now, every day that I work after my affirmations, when I'm like eating my breakfast, I go through my calendar, right? So when I see the exercise, I can know, like I plan that. So because of that, that's why I do it. And also I have a challenge with my friends as well. So we started like a game, as you know, that we said um, we do exercise. So we exercise 3 times per week, and it's a bet. So we have a bet there that whoever misses an exercise, that's $50 that they owe to others.
Wow.
So yeah, that bet also keeps us going. So we all track
Nice.
it on a Google Sheet. Yeah, that's a very good thing if anyone wants to also do that with their friends. So everyone chips in, we put a time period, and whoever doesn't do the exercise, they owe us $50, which is very good.
Nice. Yeah, that's one way of putting the skin in the game and just do it. And
Yeah.
do you have a routine for starting your exercise? Because some days, like I'm sure you don't feel like exercising. What do you do on those days?
I just think about my friends and the bets, honestly.
That's the thing that is
I
pushing
know
you.
my integrity is on the line. So if I don't exercise, I can then track it in the Google Sheet and I'm gonna lose. So the competition part actually keeps me going. I've tried a lot of other things in the past too, and none of them worked. But this competition is actually working. So there was one time I
Nice.
also exercised at like 10 p.m. because I missed one of the days during the week. So it is really, at this point, it's really pushing me, the competition part. But we will see how it goes later on.
Nice. That's interesting. Yeah. A lot of people, it's hard for some people to find a competition like that or set a competition. But
Or get a
that is
coach.
one way.
I
Yeah,
feel like people
absolutely.
should
A
hire
coach
a
with
coach as well.
a coach would definitely push you. That's for sure. Okay,
I
now I have a
agree.
scenario for you. If you had a 60-second with your 18-year-old beginner self, what would you tell him to do, and what would you tell him not to do?
In terms of exercise, like healthy fitness,
Yeah,
yeah.
health and fitness.
If I had time with my 18-year-old, I would say be careful because it's so easy to gain weight again. Uh, yeah, sometimes I actually forgot how easy it would be to gain weight. You know, I got so confident when I lost the weight, I got so confident. I thought I can do it really fast again because the first time it wasn't that hard for me. Yeah, but now I realize it's actually hard. So you have to put a lot of work. I forgot about all the work that I put in 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really interesting. A lot of people forget about the hard work that they need to put in every time. And also, as we get older, it becomes harder to lose weight.
Mm.
And your body replaces muscle with fat, and your body stores fat more easily. So,
So it's
yeah.
more work. Yeah. And also, honestly, I would say hire a coach soon. So I would hire a coach sooner, like a fitness trainer. If I could
Why
talk
would
to
you
my
say that?
because it just works, you know. They keep you accountable. Just having a coach, knowing like if something comes up, you can talk to your coach, talk to your trainer. Honestly, I think that's very valuable. Like just knowing that someone has your back in the journey, because it's gonna be an interesting journey, right? Having a coach and also being part of a community that everyone cares about their health. I think those are very important aspects of it. Yeah, so I would say that as well.
Real nice. Thanks. So, what is next for you in terms of health and fitness and work?
What do you mean?
Like, what is your next goal?
My next goal, right now I wanna lose weights. I'm in the losing. I gotta lose the weight that I gained during COVID. I'm in the process of it now. Yeah.
How's it
So
going?
it's going well. Well, so far I'm sticking to the schedule. As you said, it's also hard for me too to kind of track everything that I eat. Sometimes it's hard, but I think it's going well, and it actually makes me feel much better about myself as well. So um, works on my confidence, increases my confidence, and yeah, it's going well. So far, it's going well, and I love the competition as well with my friends. So all good so
Amazing.
far.
It's great. Okay. So, where can our audience find you?
Okay, so yeah, so if anyone wants to follow me or if anyone wants a life coach, if there's a business owner here who wants to grow their business, you can find me at sign Arvin Ardakani. Or you can probably see my handle in the description of this video, right, Amir? Will you put it there? Yeah, so they
Absolutely.
can just find it there.
Okay. Awesome. Uh, that is it. Do you want to share anything with our audience? Feel
That
free
was
to
such a good
share.
episode. Very good
Awesome.
episode that we had. Did everyone enjoy that? Maybe those people who are watching, you can comment here. Safur also joined. Goli. Yeah, very good episode. Maybe we should cheer Amir for this episode. I'm looking forward to see what other guests you're bringing to this show. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. We'll see.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time and being here on the show. And we'll catch you soon. Okay.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Amir. Have a good night.